if God is so incompetent at proving that he exists, that he needs people to pray that other people find him, I suspect he is not worth looking for. Particularly not if he really does want to be worshipped. And if he really is supposed to have created the entire universe, then that means that he must have, at least in our section of the universe anyway, put in place things like the laws of physics, and for the ability for sufficiently evolved creatures to be able to prove and disprove things using the scientific method. Which also means that, as he is supposed to be omnipotent, he must have known that at some point this scientific method of testing hypotheses would become apparent to humans. And that with the cultivation of this scientific method, people would begin to realise that things that can be neither proven nor disproven are not scientific, and therefore not things to be taken seriously. Which also means that knowing all of this, that God must have decided that when it comes to him, instead of providing mountains of scientific evidence that he exists, as well as being assured of being wined and dined by the greatest minds and hottest virgins of every generation, instead, God thought that it would be more productive for the long-term survival of his religion and celebrity status to instead be lumped in with the things that, as people become more and more advanced, are taken less and less seriously, like witches, auras, ghosts, and my personal belief that somewhere in a parallel universe that can be neither seen, felt, accessed, or proven, I am married to Doctor Who, David Tennant edition. Which means, given all of these facts, there are really only two conclusions we can come to. One, God is an imbecile, which means there's no way he was smart enough to create the entire universe, which means he almost definitely doesn't exist. Or two, God did start the whole thing off, but has no interest in us knowing anything about him. And given the randomness of the universe, quickly got bored of the entire enterprise very soon after the initial something out of nothing excitement died down, hasn't checked the project in eons, and like some wayward absentee father has no idea that we exist and wouldn't care about us even if he did. Either way, it makes praying to a god to help unbelievers believe in him completely pointless, and does nothing except waste the time of the person doing the praying, and seriously annoys the person being prayed for, who could think of a million more productive things that the prayer could do if they really wanted to help, instead of talking to their imaginary / doesn't give a toss about them friend. It's called creationism, where you throw science to the wind. Yes, creationism, where you let the crazy